This 2015 animated Disney Pixar movie follows the story of an 11-year-old girl named Riley Anderson and how she is controlled by different emotions at different points in her life. Riley is born in Minnesota, and from that very day, the emotions joy, sadness, fear, disgust, and anger have had a certain purpose in her life. Joy tries to keep her happy. Anger keeps her life fair. Disgust prevents her from being poisoned physically and socially. And fear keeps her safe. As for sadness, it doesn't have a clear purpose, so it's ignored. Riley's memories are kept in glass spheres known as memory orbs. The very important memories known as core memories are sent into long-term memory each night. These memories then power up 5 islands in Riley's mind, and they each reflect a certain aspect of her personality. The islands are Family Island, Friendship Island, Goofball Island, Hockey Island, and Honesty Island. When Riley turns 11 years old, her father announces that they'll be moving to San Francisco due to his new business. Initially, she thinks the move will be good, but everything turns out awful. The new house is horrible. The only pizza served is California pizza, a pizza topped with broccoli, and the worst part is that the moving van ends up in Texas and won't arrive for weeks. The emotions try to make the moving process pleasant, but then sadness accidentally turns a happy memory into a sad one by touching it, and that leads to a core memory falling out. Knowing that memories cannot be changed back once it turns sad, Joy is furious. So as the leader, she decides to keep sadness occupied by having her read a ton of mind manuals for the whole day. On Riley's first day at her new school, Joy orders sadness to stay in a chalk circle and allow other emotions to do their job. But sadness touches another memory that makes Riley cry in front of her new class, and this creates a new, sad core memory. Joy desperately tries to get rid of the sad memory by using a vacuum tube that leads to the mind world. But sadness tries to prevent it because she believes sad memories are important too. They begin to struggle, and it leads to the core memories being knocked out of the container. Before Joy can put them back, she and sadness are sucked out of the headquarters with the core memories. So disgust, fear, and anger are left to deal with Riley. Joy and sadness end up in a labyrinth-like place called long-term memory, and they venture the several islands in the place. Along the way, they meet Riley's childhood imaginary friend Bong, a scantily dressed pink cotton candy elephant cat dolphin creature. Bong has been out of a job since Riley was 4, and he intends to reconnect with her because he believes he will cease to exist if that doesn't happen. He initially wanted to use a memory of Rocket, his song-powered wagon, to reconnect with her, but after meeting Joy and sadness, he decides to join them on their mission to get back to headquarters. While telling his story, he bursts into tears and sadness comforts him. But Joy is more confused because she believes sadness will only do more harm. In the absence of their leader, Joy, anger, disgust, and fear do their best to guide Riley, but it's a disaster. Anger accidentally causes a confrontation with Riley's friend Meg when video chatting her, which leads the Friendship Island to collapse into the memory dump, a dark, endless pit beneath the headquarters where unwanted memories go to be erased from existence for good. After this, the emotions realize that tampering with Riley's personality will cause it to be further erased, and that will be disastrous. Joy, sadness, and Bong come up with a plan to ride the train of thought back to headquarters and begin their journey to the loading dock. They go through Imagination Land, Dream Productions, and some other parts of Riley's mind before reaching the loading dock. But before they get to the loading dock, due to everything going wrong in Riley's life, anger, disgust, and fear come to a conclusion. They agree that since Riley is only happy in Minnesota, the best thing is to tell her to return there by running away from her own family. At night, Joy, sadness, and Bong finally reach the loading dock, but it's so late that the train of thought will not arrive till morning. So in order to jumpstart her train of thought, they awaken a monstrous clown named Jangles from her subconscious. In fear, who's on dream duty that night wakes up Riley and the train of thought arrives. Joy, sadness, and Bong get on the train of thought and head to the headquarters. But before they arrive, the other emotions put their plan into action. They instruct Riley to steal from her mother's bag, pack her bags, and run away to Minnesota. But the action causes Riley's Honesty Island to crumble, and it crashes the train of thought. Determined to get back to the headquarters, Joy finds a way through a broken recall tube. But after sadness almost turns all the core memories sad, Joy decides to leave her and Bing Bong behind. She starts up the tube, but as Riley leaves her house, Family Island begins to crumble, thereby destroying the tube and causing Joy to fall into memory dump. Bing Bong tries to get to her, but the ground he was standing on crumbles, but Sadness escapes. After that, it seems like all hope is lost, because in just a few minutes, Joy and Bing Bong will be forgotten and cease to exist. But in a last attempt, Joy starts to gather the core memories and reminisce about happier times, stating, "I just wanted Riley to be happy." But while looking at the memories, she comes to a realization that sadness also serves a purpose. She sees that when Riley is sad, her parents and friends comfort her, which makes her happy again. So it means Sadness's main role in Riley's personality is to tell people around her when she needs help. And by preventing Sadness from performing her role, she is also preventing her from feeling true happiness. This realization energizes Joy and Bing Bong, and luckily he sees his rocket in the dump. They then decide to use the rocket to return to the top, but every time they try, it falls short, no matter how loud they sing. Before making the last attempt, Bing Bong realizes that they're both too heavy to go together. So he starts the rocket and jumps off it as it begins to fly. His selfless act causes Joy to look back. Sad that they can't both go together, Bing Bong cheers her on and urges her to go save Riley. As he starts to fade away, Bing Bong makes one last request, and that's for Joy to take her to the moon for him. She sorrowfully watches him disappear and promises to try to fulfill his last wish. On getting to the top, Joy grabs the bag full of Riley's core memories and tries to reconcile with Sadness. But Sadness runs away by hopping onto a cloud, and this is because she believes that she only makes things worse for Riley. With the aid of various tools from Imagination Land, Joy launches herself from the trampoline on Family Island, grabs Sadness, and the both of them fly towards the headquarters. On getting there, a thick window separates them from other emotions, and Anger desperately tries to break it with a chair but fails. Disgust then comes up with an idea. He begins to purposely insult Anger's intelligence, which causes him to be so furious that his head goes up in flames. Disgust then uses him as a blowtorch to melt the window, and the emotions all reunite due to all the things that have gone wrong. The emotions urge Joy to stop Riley from running away and fix the relationship between her and her parents. But to all their surprise, Joy gives control to Sadness. Sadness immediately sets to work and successfully removes the idea of running away from Riley's mind, and this fixes the control panel. So Riley gives up on running and returns home to her worried parents. Joy then gives Sadness the happy memories, and they turn into sad ones. With Sadness in control of the panel, Riley finally reveals how she truly feels about her parents and begins to cry. She tells them how much she hates San Francisco and how much she misses her old life in Minnesota, but has been pretending to be happy to please them. She also says that she was afraid that they'd be mad if she stopped being their happy child. Riley's parents also admit to sharing in her sadness, and they begin to comfort her. Sadness and Joy press the button together, making Riley cry tears of joy, which creates a new core memory. This time it's a mixture of yellow and blue, both joy and sadness. And the core memory also creates a new Family Islands that is more complete and allows other parts of her personality to fully return. Many months later, Riley has fully recovered. She now has personality islands, most of which are created by mixed core memories. This is because of other emotions, especially anger, like how Friendship Island has expanded, featuring parts like the friendly argument section, which is powered by a joy and anger core memory. Also, sadness is finally treated as an important member of the emotions, and Joy spends time thinking of Bing Bong's sacrifice. Things begin to return to normal, and Riley, now 12 years old, adapts to life in a new city. Finally, Riley's 5 emotions get a larger, more complete console, which helps them control the actions of Riley better. With the new console, they act at the same time. Disgust also notices a large red alarm labeled puberty and asks what it does. But Joy dismisses it and tells him it's not important. Then, at a hockey game, Riley picks up a water bottle owned by a boy, and inside his mind, his own emotions are shown freaking out. There is also a large klaxon alarm-bearing girl. This most likely hints at what is to come for Riley's own emotions in years to come. We have come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, kindly let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.